Hey everyone, this is Dakota Welch from Rooted Agriculture. Thanks for carving out some time for us today. I'm here to give you all an overview of Rooted Agriculture and the service that we provide to our clients. We serve primarily farm and ranch operations that are intent on adopting regenerative practices. Also, want to invite you to stay tuned for our demo of the platform. That's the tool that we use to serve our clients. So if you have 5 minutes after this, please stay tuned for that. But for now, we'll jump into the service overview. So we'll get right into it here. There's really four stages of our service, starting with the context report of the operation, followed by a full survey report by a contracted consultant, onboarding the Rooted Ag platform for the client, and then our execution and tracking of it. So we'll jump into the context report. So what this is really an overview of the operation of the context. So if you know anything about regenerative agriculture, context is a major principle that really you need to start with. And so this here just shows an executive summary of a 2,000 acre cow-calf operation in southeast Kansas. This doesn't get too deep here. I just wanted to give you all a snapshot. Kind of talks a little bit about their goals and their constraints here. Goes down into some of the key goals, the key constraints. This shows just a snapshot of a few primary stakeholders. This is not an extensive list, but just kind of shows some of the folks that we like to include in the context report. Some of the others that you might expect to see in here are some family members that are tied to the operation, other resource partners, folks like, NRCS, if there's any sort of cost share programs that they're involved with, you're going to see that in here as well. So really want to get a good understanding of everybody that's involved with this operation. Other information that you're not going to see in this demonstration is that would be part of the context report is operational scope, historical overview, existing infrastructure, current practices, enterprises and financial overview, and then obstacles and risks. So what we do, we take this context report and we will give a copy of it once it's all buttoned up to the client for them to see, just to make sure that we have captured everything and that we have gotten a good overall understanding of their context. And then we'll hold on to this and embed it into the platform that you'll later get a look at. So after we're done with the context report, we move on to a survey report. And really this is done by a third party that we work with. We like to work with really anyone that has a good, deep understanding of soil health principles. So these are folks that are well adept at this. They've done it and had good success working with other operations. Folks that you might recognize, are really any type of regenerative consultant, people like Understanding Ag, Regenerative Wisdom, and any others that sort of fall under that category. So, and so what they do is they go out to the operation, they get an overall assessment, and then they'll provide us with a report that gives us really just a pretty extensive overview of any practices that an operation could be considering if they're looking to improve on their soil health using the soil health principles. So these could be anything from developing a cropping plan if it's a row crop operation that incorporates cover crops and grazing practices, to if it's more of a livestock operation, we're looking at grazing plans and grazing management and everything in between. We're also going to be looking at other factors such as available markets for these enterprises, weather data, really anything that we think is going to be a part of that operational change. So when we're done with the context report and survey report, we take those two reports, we embed them into our platform, and that's whenever we would revisit the operation and send our farm manager out there to get that operation on board to the platform and get them comfortable using this platform to start making operational changes and tracking the outcomes. And so from there, really, it's our job to track the execution of these operational changes and all the outcomes that come out of that. So you're going to see in the platform all the various data points that we like to collect. Some of these are coming from the operation. Some of them are coming from outside sources. So we can start to always be adapting our operational changes as we go and improving on those operational changes. So that's a look at our service. So again, I hope you will stay tuned for the demo of the platform. And so we'll see you there.